Well, hi, everybody. We are in the kitchen, of course, and if you're in the kitchen, what do we have to do? Well, we have to open those cans, and we have tried everything. Now try something that's going to work for you, that's not going to leave any kind of sharp edges. So even if you have any kind of problems with dexterity, simple, easy, affordable, $19.95. It's called the Smart Touch Handheld Electric Can Opener. 2 flex payments on this, only for today. And Miss Carrie Miletto brings it to us. We actually have this even in some pretty colors for you, so you get to match back. Again, if you want to match back to your brand new Philips air fryer, we can match all 3 colors because we have white, black, and we have red.
Absolutely. So, you know, I love, and that's why I always love watching John, because I love things in the kitchen that make it easy, right? So Smart Touch, let me ask you, last time you opened cans and you were turning, how easy is it just with the push of your finger to let it grab a hold of the can and do the job for you? Now, I can open 3 cans in a matter of seconds, and my hands are completely free. Maybe I'm prepping, maybe I'm getting things done. They are all working hard, doing the job for me. This one's gonna pop off here in a second. Now, what I love is when we get to the end, they actually are magnetizing the top on. Here we go, this guy's done now too. All I have to do is press the button again, the lid stays on, it's magnetized, so I can go over to the trash and remove it at that point. I also want you to notice when I get closer, you can turn off now. Hey, we're done. Okay, there we go. When you get over and you look closer at the lid is not sharp. I can actually run my fingers all the way around and I don't have any sharp edges. That to me is a huge, amazing feature because 2 things. I don't want to get my fingers stuck on the edge when I'm trying to get it off the can, but also when I throw it into the garbage bag, have you ever had this happen when you go to take your garbage bag out of the garbage container?
And it comes through.
And everything was falling out because this went and ripped it. So you'll never have that happen. And also the thing you'll never have happen again is where the lid falls into your food. Because where have these lids been? Where have these cans been?
I read an article on that one time, and it so freaked me out because after that, every time you see that little lid sink in there, your heart sinks or
your food just, it all went in there.
For sure.
Bacterias and all kinds of things. We don't want to talk about it. So we don't want our can lids to go in there. So now it's nice, it's easy. This is all finished and done. So what I love about the Smart Touch even more is when you're done using it, in the past, when we have our regular can openers, maybe you have this one, maybe you have all the little small ones that you deal with, but you can't really get those mechanisms clean. If you look at this one, it gets all black and gunky, and you're always trying to get in there with so many different things. Smart Touch, all you're going to do is turn the button off, and the entire cutting mechanism comes off. So you can place it into the dishwasher or wherever you want to put it, but you can get this completely clean before you put it onto an... If you're opening up your pet food, do you really want to put the same can opener onto your tomatoes? We want to get that nice and clean before we move on. With this, it's absolutely impossible because this doesn't come off. You're trying to get in there with so many cleaners, it just can't happen. How about all these other different types of things that we get? We buy some of these guys to open up. We do these guys to do the jars. We're using these maybe to open up our bottles, and we get so all these different options. Did you know the Smart Touch? Let's get in here. This edge here is actually your bottle top opener.
Okay.
Okay, boom. So now we have one appliance or one thing needed to accomplish not just opening the cans, but now opening our bottles. How about pull tabs? The thing I absolutely have a hard time with pull tabs, I like to have nice nails. And a lot of times when you get underneath these pull tabs, inevitably you're gonna break them off. So I love that you can open pull tabs with this. You just pull back, all done. So it has that nice edge just to pull it off. So now we're doing 3 things already with just 1 item. You also can release jars. So if you have a hard time turning jars, maybe you're having people in your house help you. I always used to turn my husband, open this jar, because I just couldn't get the pressure off. With this having that edge, it's actually going to pop the jar pressure so that it simply comes off, like with hardly even a twist.
I mean, this makes sense. This is simple. This is easy. This is affordable. This is 2 flex payments today. Black, red, white, pick whichever color. But I will tell you truthfully that we have very few of these for the entire day. I have 5,200, and if that sounds like a lot, typically we sell a couple of thousand every time we mention it. It's because people need it, because every single one of us who has a kitchen, who eats at home, has to open a can. And if you have not cut yourself on a can, then I don't know how you haven't, because I'm not sure I know anyone who hasn't. And even one of Adriana's friends, she was opening a can of tennis balls and sliced her hand open with a can of tennis balls because it had that pop top again.
Right.
This is going to eliminate all of that because it's so simple. You never have to touch it again. I love the fact that it's magnetized.
Yes.
So immediately, boom, it's right on there.
Right
you don't have to like try and finagle it and fit it on there. You just, because this one, okay. And then it's hard to
we're going to have some fun. I'm going to do something to you I didn't tell you I was going to do. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to have you open a can with our regular can opener that we're used to. Go ahead. So go ahead, you're going to open that can. I'm even going to let Alice get a head start because I want, if you have dexterity issues, if you have arthritis, if you have a hard time opening cans, this is what you're dealing with currently. I'm going to come over here with mine now. All I have to do is set it on top. Line it up. Oh, let me turn it back on.
I am not kidding when I say, I don't know why.
It's grabbing a hold. So now how much time did I give Alice ahead of me? She's still turning. I have my hands free. I'm not doing anything.
Look at the indentation.
Look what's happening. No more of that. So you're not shopping around trying to find the perfect can opener. We're giving you the perfect can opener. And not only, and so you're still working, I'm already done.
To work.
Now, what I love about this, too, because it cuts, we'll let you stop.
Okay, thank you.
I know. And so, you know, if you have a hard time doing that, again, that's something you're handing off to someone in the family saying, please help me. I can't even get this open. Now you could do it on your own because the Smart Touch is going to do all the work for you. Also, if you have like a pet food or you have certain things that maybe only use part of it, this will actually fit right back on top because, again, it's not cutting the top piece so that it falls in the food and you can't really close the can up again. Here, this can actually set on top. So if you want to set it aside, put it in the fridge. That is such a great idea. You know, something like that. I love that idea that works that way. But again, simply what you're going to do because it's magnetized is this is going to stay here. You're going to take it over to the trash. You're going to go ahead and just plop it down. And never did you really have to get so messy and get in there anymore. And also, again, please notice, this is completely untouched. My peas in here have been untouched. The lid did not fall inside.